everybody knows that Tonto Verde is a member-owned club. They own everything inside this facility. The building, the equipment. We're one of I'd probably say less than 25% around the country where everything is owned. We have no debt, there's no leases, there's no nothing. Everything is owned by you guys. And as a manager of this department, and Jeff's the same way, we're stewards of that money. We don't want to waste it. We want to be as efficient as we can. You know, I think coming up, the budget next year is approaching $4 million just for maintenance. It's a big expense. Yeah. Water's $500,000. So, you know, we've got a drought coming, or we're in a drought, but there's going to be restrictions coming next year. So as more efficient we can be, the better it is for not only money, but for water. The superintendents, Jim's on the peaks and Julio's on the ranch. This is where all the magic happens, so to say. They do all the scheduling for what's going to happen for the next day or the next week. The computers behind you are for the irrigation system, one for the peaks and one for the ranch. Every sprinkler head on the golf course is controlled right there. We can make percentage adjustments if it's wet or if it's dry. We can turn them off, we can turn them on. We can do all this from our phone as well. Technology has come a long ways for golf course maintenance. You know, it's not just going out at night, setting sprinklers, and then going in the morning and turn them back off. We can do it all from our phone. We can turn them off if it's raining. Everything we can do from our phones off those computers. I think, you know, the maps are up on the board. Those are outdated, those are originals, but those show where all the pipes run, where all the sprinklers go. We don't have an exact count, but there's over 4,000 sprinklers on the golf course that we can control singly. From the online job board. I mean, years past, we would write the jobs down on a whiteboard. At the end of the day, you didn't know what they did because you would erase it. I can go back 7 years and see I can see what Julio did 7 years ago.
Wow.
Not only does it do that, it tracks labor, so we can put a dollar amount. We can look at the weather 7 years ago. I mean, it's just a wealth of information. And we plug this all in on our phones as well. I mean, we can be out on the golf course and make changes. Blowers, weed eaters, pole pruners, set chainsaws, and then the mowers behind you. The first 2 rows are for greens. The next row, we have all the tee mowers out, but the next couple rows are for tees. And we're pretty fortunate with 29 people, we're still able to use these. We can still walk mow greens and tees. Each one of those machines is $15,000. And there's reasons. I mean, like I said, the reels, they're different because they're used for greens and all the gears and stuff on them. So, and then you move down to the tee mowers, those are $8,000. There's not as many moving parts. They're not mowing as low. Yeah, things are getting more expensive. Like I said, everything is owned. And it's where we keep all our application equipment, spreaders, sprayers, and fertilizer. You know, sometimes this room is full of fertilizer too, but not right now. But you know, this big sprayer is what we use to spray fairways and roughs. And then the one behind Fred, that one we just got 2 weeks ago. This one we got 7 years ago. We mainly use those on green splashes. These sprayers, the 2 little ones, I believe they were like $62,000. And the big one, probably a little bit more. All computer controlled. All you have to do is drive and make sure your nozzles aren't clogged up. But it's pretty precise. Just a ballpark figure, these carts I believe are $10,000, and then the big ones are $30,000. You get into the fairway mowers, today's cost of fairway mower is $72,000. So basically you're driving a Maserati on the golf course. It's still the #1 maintained area on the golf course as far as labor. Yep. Bunkers. The red machine right next to you and the white one, similar machines. This is how we throw sand on the fairways. This one doesn't have the spinners on it, but these things go 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, all summer long when we're throwing sand. And we're averaging 3,000 tons a year of sand just on the fairways. So that equates to 1/2 inch on the fairways. And now we're taking that into the rough, cart path rough, so we can access the fairways, because the fairways right now are so good. It's just getting to them. The black Sandmaster, it's this and one of these behind it injecting sand into the channel. So what this does, if you can see it, there's 8 blades across there. There's 8 sets of blades. There's 3 blades on each one. As one goes in the ground, the one next to it's coming out, so it's pushing soil side to side, and that's why it's called the shock wave. We're not pulling any material out. The first time we ran this, we were lucky to get 1 inch. And we went through 3 sets of blades. Each blade's $35. There's 24 blades on that machine. And we were putting iron in the ground. Last year we did it on the ranch, following the black. 1 set of blades, and we went down 4 inches. And it didn't bounce at all. So we're going to continue to rotate which course we do in the summer. This summer we're doing the peaks. Next summer we'll do the ranch. We'll continue to keep those channels open while maintaining sand contact with the surface by adding more sand. And then in conjunction we'll run these 2 aerifiers to poke more holes, add more sand. I mean, if you were here in the summer, it's tore up, but it's for a reason. You know, we don't get these conditions by not doing that. And fortunately in the summer, we're only 1 golf course from May 15th through November 1st. That allows us the ability to do that. If we didn't, I mean, we'd be left with dirt, you know, the way our soils and water are.